Hi everybody, it's Lavinia. Welcome to my channel. Today I just wanted to share with you some watercolor supplies that I bought at Hobby Lobby. I enjoy watching videos of YouTubers who make those beautiful cards, whether they're using the die cut machine or the Cricut or, other types of things. And so I figured, maybe I could make my own cards using watercolor. I've never done watercolor painting before. I have done oil painting back in college, but, that was on canvas. So I thought, I would like to get my hands on making some cards as well. So the first thing that I bought, and this was at Hobby Lobby a few weeks ago, and I used my 40% off coupon. It's this book, and it's called Watercolor the Easy Way, Step-by-Step Tutorials for 50 Beautiful Motifs, including plants, flowers, animals, and more. And it says here, 30-minute projects. They had several books, and I may, depending how things go, I may go back and purchase some other ones. But this is the one that I chose, and it was $24.99. I used my 40% off coupon. And the reason why I selected this book, I just happened to like more of the projects that were in this particular one to start off with anyway. And so I'll just show you some of the tutorials that she has in here. So there's flowers, food, plants, so different things in here. Let me just move this one out of the way. And then she has, supplies that are needed, how to make your paint swatch, the colors, the color wheel, how to mix colors, then watercolor basics, the different techniques, wet on dry, wet on wet, how to blend the different types of brush strokes, how to lift color off the painting. So, and then she goes into the different watercolor tutorials. So I'll just show you some of these. So for example, she has how it builds up here. She has tips, and then she has the sketch out here. And, when I first glanced through this at Hobby Lobby, I thought, oh, okay, this is, kind of cool. She's got this here on how to build up the layers, and then, I would just be painting here. But then when I got home and I actually read through the book, what she wrote is that you would take this sketch and sketch it on watercolor paper and do your drawing there. So then I thought, oh, okay, well, I guess I have to go back and get watercolor paper. So just wanted to show you here really quick some of the things that are in here. I really like this butterfly. This feather's pretty. This seashell is also beautiful. I like this jellyfish and the way that looks. I love this cute little elephant, and of course it's abstract. She has these other different colors, so that's definitely one that I do want to try. She has this tiger, cat, dog. Love this Volkswagen with the Christmas tree. That's just so in right now. Flamingo. I love the colors on how she made the sea turtle and the seashell, or the shell of the turtle. There's an orchid. I love this hummingbird. We have tons of hummingbirds out here where I live, so I'm looking forward to, trying out different colors on the hummingbird as well. So there's a Christmas tree. Yeah, so that I purchased there, and then, had to go and get watercolor paper. So I purchased this one. This one, I used my 40% off coupon. It's from Strathmore. It has 24 sheets, 9 by 12, 140-pound weight, and it's cold press. And when I first took the plastic off this, I thought it was going to be like a sketchbook where, it was glued on one side, and, when you finish, you just tear it off. Instead, they're all individual sheets. So my plan for this to make cards was that I would cut these down to size, or let's say I wanted to make a little picture, then I can put it, could go ahead and frame it. And so once I start, I figured I would, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, wherever, they have those envelopes and cards, those blank cards that come together, so that in one package, so that I would, cut it down to size and then do my little painting and then either glue it or tape it down to the card. And if I wanted to embellish it further, I could do that, but that would be my card. That would be available to mail out. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I did do a little bit more, of research as to what cold press is and hot press is and the different weights. So I guess the cold press has more of a, as you can see there, has more of a texture to it, whereas the hot press is smoother. So I guess depending on the technique that you're looking for, the different weights and the whether it's cold press or hot press would be what you would be looking for. Then what I purchased last week at Hobby Lobby, they were having 50% off their brand of art supplies. So I think it was Fine Touch and Master's Touch. So I purchased this. It's in a wood box. It's one of their watercolor sets. I decided to purchase the larger one because in the book she was just mentioning some supplies, and I thought, okay, well, I'll get this. It has some of those items. So this was on the outside. I haven't used any of the paints in here yet. But it's the Master's Touch Fine Art Studio 70-piece art set. It retails at $49.99, but I used it was 50% off, so I didn't have to use a coupon. It was 50% off rather than having to use a 40% off coupon. It comes with 38 watercolor paint tubes, 12 watercolor cakes, 12 colored pencils, 1 palette, 1 sharpener, 1 eraser, 3 brushes, 1 blending stump, 1 wood carrying case. And so this is what is on the outside of the box, so that I was able to see what was inside. And so I just want to show you. So these are the 38 tubes. And as I mentioned, I am new to watercoloring. I didn't even know that watercolor came in tubes. I was always used to seeing it in those metal pans or these cakes like this. But I guess they come in tubes. So here's the 38 of them. And they each have their name on it and their code. So for example, this one is sky blue. And then on this side, they have the watercolor cakes. So this is all shrink wrapped. It has the sharpener. It has for 2 sizes, but the pencils only come in the 1 size, in that smaller size. Then this is the blending stump, which in the book, the author was mentioning this. So that's the reason, again, one of the reasons why I wanted to get this larger set. It had this, and I could keep everything together. It has this eraser, but I have a kneading eraser, which I will probably use that kneading eraser if I needed to erase the graphite from the drawing. It comes with these 3 brushes, and I have not, as I said, I haven't used this yet, so the sizing is still on here. And if I need to purchase a better quality brush, I will do that. And then it has the 12 pencils, the 12 watercolor pencils. I have other type of watercolor pencils and those Inktense pencils. So for example, this is what it looks like. It just says watercolor. It doesn't give you the name of the color. So, this is orange, but whether it's, like these, there's 2 greens, but it doesn't tell you, evergreen, sap green, dark green, whatever. And the same with the purple. It only comes with this 1 blue. And then it comes with this watercolor palette, which seems kind of small, but I guess I have another round one that I use for my acrylics. So I can always use that in addition to this if I need it. It looks like it slants down, so, you know, for the well. And after I purchased this, I decided to take a look on YouTube to see if there were any reviews. And there's mixed reviews. I mean, again, this is an inexpensive watercolor set compared to what some other brands are, you know, cost, you know, that you can get it, you know, at the real art supply store. I don't know if Hobby Lobby carries the more expensive ones, but they, you know, there were mixed reviews. Some professional artists, or I think they were professional artists, you know, their YouTube channel is all on watercolor painting. Some of them, you know, liked parts of them. So maybe they didn't like the palette, the watercolor cakes, but maybe they like these. And some of them did do actual paintings using this, and to me they looked really beautiful. Some reviewers didn't like it as much, but again, if you're used to, I suppose, using expensive sets, then yeah, then this is probably not going to be something that they like. One of the things that they were mentioning, and this is why I'm glad I listened to those reviews, again, because I am new, is that they said beginners especially, might get, you know, confused and forget to add water. They might just think of this as oils or acrylics straight out of, and use the pigment straight out of the tube and not add the water, which would make it more opaque rather than translucent. So that was one good thing, recommendation. Another thing was that, you know, a person, I guess, doesn't have to buy such a large set. They could use the primary colors and from there, you know, mix their own tertiary colors, etc., secondary colors. But knowing that, you know, then I'll just know. For example, one reviewer said that sometimes mixing the colors can become muddy. So I guess as long as I know that, I can just, you know, before I put it on my paint, I'll just do a swatch and, you know, see what it looks like. If I don't like what it looks like, then, you know, then I just won't use it in my painting. So, but I'm happy with, even though I haven't used it yet, I am happy with my purchase. Looking forward to using it. So I hope you subscribe and ring that bell. Click that bell so that you get notifications for upcoming tutorials, and, you know, you can see what I make here with my watercolor paints. And I hope everyone is doing well, enjoying their weekend, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Take care. Bye.